Ada yang hilang dari perasaanku. Duit 3.200.000 doang ancok. Apa bro YouTube kau bro 5 info mantap banyak, info mantap banyak. Yang terlanjur sudah ku berikan padamu. Ternyata aku tak berarti tanpamu. Berharap kau tetap di sini. Berharap dan berharap. Gue pengen denger musik lah. Musrik. Teteo. Nanti balik minggu jam berapa? Malam lah. Sampai Senin pagi. Senin subuh insyaallah tiba. Biasanya sih Senin pagi udah tiba. Berangkat malam sampai subuh. Naik pesawat, naik bus. Naik bus lah. Mana ada pesawat? Naik pesawat cuma setengah jam. Harga tiketnya 502 kali lipat naik bus. Macam mana? Berapa jam? Naik bus 10 jam lah. 10-an lah. Kadang 8, kadang 10. Tergantung kondisi jalan. Kadang 8 jam, kadang 10 jam. Biasa cepat nyampe, biasa lama. Biasa nyampe sebelum sholat subuh. Biasanya nyampe jam 7 atau jam 8. Tergantung lah. Tergantung kendaraannya sama kondisi jalan. Worth lah, kalau buru-buru ya worth aja. Ini kalau enggak kayaknya enggak usah deh. 500.000 anjir. Itu pun kadang 500 sampai 700 lah. Enggak nentu. And there's no more just like you. Oh, I'm meant to break. Udah bro, udah makan tadi sore. Malam gua ngambil aja. Kalau nggak tahan lapar ya paling masak mie tengah malam. Lupa lagi tadi beli cemilan. Kalau gue mau beli cemilan yang asin-asin lupa cok. Improvement. Masalahnya nggak hujan. Nah, tante nelpon. Sebentar, tante nelpon. Assalamualaikum. Bukan kangen, curhat ternyata. Malah jadi curhat dia. Ke mall cari sepatu, banyak sepatu yang bagus tapi nggak ada yang nomor yang cocok, nggak ada ukuran yang cocok di kakinya, malah curhat. Kok panas banget ya hari ini ya? Ringatan gue dari tadi, cir. Tainted. Nah, ini kalau digabung jadi itu nggak sih? Nah, tainted. Drop tainted water. Mahal lagi anjir. 16, Cok. Duing. Gelembung cinta. Gelembung cinta furina. Mana nengok di belakang kok kagak mati. Aduh, dikit lagi dapatnya. Solid nih. Big Mama, so easy. Uff. So easy. Anjir, langsung habis duitku. Aduh, kurang lagi. Aduh, nggak ada bonus pula. Sisi easy, just impossible. Wants to put the heart to the one mind one more time. Thanks for the memories. Bang berapa tadi? Ini 2, 4. 4 kurang 2. 4 kali 3 12. Gue butuh 12. 12 ungu. Ya, siap. One night stand, one night and one more time. In this forest touching number.
The tides beckon.
Semprot, semprot. Semprot teruskan. Dapat 2, 2 lagi ya. Udah cukup sih harusnya. Maaf lah. HSR kapan bang? Habis GI? Habis GI bang Tete. Joki soalnya. Orangnya udah bayar buat dijokin dan minta di live streaming, ya udah. Jadi kita menunaikan kewajiban dulu. Setelah menunaikan kewajiban, barulah kita ganti gamenya. Pas. Oke. Night and one more time. Thanks for the memories. Assalamualaikum semuanya. Waalaikumsalam. Jila mana motor? Jila. Blast tainted heat hydroplasma. Oh, di sini ada. Siap. Bunuh dia. Nanti dulu. Salah. Nah ini. Demen banget dia lawan si Kong. Gak kelar-kelar itu masalahnya berdua. Gak diajak malam Sabtuan kau. Dapat. Ada lagi di situ ternyata. Banyak ya. Kau anak dajal. Dajjal. Aisyah. Aisyah. Malam Sabtu. Ini kan hari Jumat. Besok kan Sabtu, jadi malam Sabtu. Karena malam Minggu sudah terlalu mainstream. Ada hal yang bakal terjadi. Gak romantis ya si gila ya. Tampar lah. Wajan kan banyak itu. Persiapan wajan kan banyak. Tampar lah. Kok dikit? Rupanya dikit kali.
We're way behind schedule.
Eh.
Access denied.
Will let you hide it not the same. You say you have to say.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Better up this way. Well, I fucked a broken book. The top did not be salted, so I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Woi, perutku besar sekali, teman. Kemarin si Goji sakit kepala. Ah, biasa. Hewan sakit kepala karena utang bayar wajan, wajar lah. I love this way. Ha. Ha. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Kurang 6. 8. Banyak anjir.
Perhaps whoever left.
Jauh banget. Kenapa dia sakit kepala? Pusing mikirin utang wajan. Banyak wajan yang dirusakin. Aku nggak mau. Okay.
For Rex Lapis. Access denied. Born of ice and frost.
But I'm not okay nah, no fucking I'm not. Alasannya karena nyari netherite di Minecraft karena saking susahnya. Padahal kan itu padahal pusing mikirin.
Nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Kurang 7. Kurang 7. Berbagian 8 lah. Dung dung ding 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 dang 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 dang. Umur Zhongli berapa sih? Berapa ya? Ntar coba kita googling ya. Umur Zhongli. Zhongli itu lahir tahun mana? Zhongli. Mana Zhongli? 31 Desember. Oh nying, 6000 tahun plus. Umurnya dia ada dua. Ada umur yang 28 tahun sama ada umur 6000 plus. Goblok. Sekarang talent. Nah, talentnya udah nggak bisa naik. Kalau kayak gini, ngapain kita ya? Duh, ininya belum ada lagi. Nyari apa ya? Ada junior. Motor ada, junior ada. Gue penasaran tuh kalau kalian bertiga tiba-tiba masuk bersamaan. Ayo, pasti bisa. Masuk bertiga bersamaan pasti bisa. Ayo. Furina build. And the day and here it come. I just can't say that nothing nightmare. Waalaikumsalam. Nah ini bertiga, kagak bertiga, ganti-gantian. Gue yang mau kalian itu bertiga bersamaan gitu loh. Kan keren itu kalau kalian tiba-tiba bertiga bersamaan. Seru. Retreat energi recharge. Malas. Pengen naik. IM boleh lah. Retreat, oke. Crit lagi. Moderator sih bisa. Ngapa emang moderator buat apa sih? Bikin capek-capek kerja aja loh kalau moderator itu. Kurang kerjaan banget itu jadi moderator. Energi recharge, oke siap, mantap. Retreat sekali kayaknya boleh lah bos. Retreat sekali mantap itu bos. Retreat, betul sekali. Ya, makanya. Gak apa-apa lah, buat jadi tanggung jawab kau kan. Wah aku udah jadi moderator, masa aku nggak nonton. Biar jadi beban. Biar beban ke kamu. Apa kriteria AR? Ini apa yang naik ini anjir? Plus 20 kah? Belum. Keren lagi. Lifetime kan oke. Lanjut quest dulu lah. Oke. Kok gua tim dis. Let's start the sun nanti. Aduh. On holiday. Aduh di atas ternyata pemirsa.
Next on the agenda.
Yang lain pada kemana ya? Perasaan tadi ada Sultan.
Hey, you over there.
Nama lu kepanjangan Mozilla. Potong gitu di.
Yeah, you. Say, you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TC.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with fight? All right.
Kok lu yang pakai nggak moderator kok namanya potong ya? Tapi kalau pas jadi moderator Godzilla doang namanya.
I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations. Sure.
Great.
I thought you would have all.
Why don't you pick?
All right. Have you heard it? Then did you? There are two guys who are. I never really found their gossip. If you're interested.
Good.
Let me. Oh, did you know that the Duke?
Huh?
That's right. The Duke to go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place. I'm not gonna lie. A forbidden zone.
It's just a room.
Anything else?
We're waiting. Let the wind lead.
Base. In fire. Aja deh. Attach you to and take care from the hollow right. Detail talent. Let's take you on a holiday.
Look, there are some people talking over there.
conversation.
If you ask me...
Hey, speak for your...
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. And marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilge water you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
I gonna miss you till Maria Tamian.
There's a group of...
So I said...
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join it.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You kidding? How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually...
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Whoa.
I don't mind him. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meal.
Right.
Is that...
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen, kids. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all...
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think...
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the Fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else. Speaking of which...
You mean he hit a woman?
But that Lord V...
Wait a second.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Ya, bawah. Astaga. Lempar-lempar aing.
Huh? That look in your eyes.
Hey, this is no time to be mum.
Oh, as expected of the legendary
1, 2,
duo,
3, 4,
you have
5.
my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. He is unfortunately, this father told me that even though Master...
His escape route is already flooded.
Well, when you put it that...
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here, it's the least honestly, I'm far more impressed. Now, let me think. And if he's to do that, he'll have to...
You can even add...
We've been working to get Traveler. What say you... Oh, and there's... Though we can just... Fremonase and...
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't... Listen carefully. You'll need... You've mentioned... Investigate the... But also, there's no need to take... my...
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right.
Let's go our separate ways.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready. Someone! Need help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the freezing limbs, twitching. Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not... Oh, that'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. But... don't sense serious damage to your organ. And initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. What about here? Does this hurt? Oh. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
There have been other inmates Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
His stomach ache's really bad. He was stumbling.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious...
But it also looks like she...
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here at...
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please!
Ini sih benar gila sih guys, ini sih gila sih.
Hey, there's no need to fight! I know we'll be released someday, so there's...
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and...
You really can't stand him, huh?
Biru, biru.
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird I'll accompany you two for a while. No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for
Kira-kira bisa nggak nih?
Take one pill.
Ntar super. Kalau super bisa jadi merah.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking?
FBI, ada pedo.
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler...
So his primary symptoms are a
Is there anything we should know besides the... No, his space constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover... Got it! Furina will hold the traveler to that for sure. Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Dari mana apa? Gak tahu. Belum ada kan? Belum liris kayaknya.
We've been to lots of places together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong. So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry.
Kalau dari segi matanya sih kayaknya Krayo. S deh.
You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
Kayak Argenti juga kayak gitu aja, terbawa merah fisikal. Argenti lebih parah loh, rambut panjang, warna merah, baju merah, fisikal.
You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to get the info to Linny.
Itu selalu janitor.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Hai kamu yang akunnya anjing, nggak niat login lihat akun, kok nggak niat ya gue mainnya ya.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we...
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night,
Wait, what?
you already went up infiltrating a Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first...
So that's what Lynette thinks.
Siapa adiknya?
Oh,
Adiknya siapa?
Let's go check.
is now really a...
According to my observations, Sijuin also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only
Seriusan, Cok? Gue sama Lazy kemarin. Anjing, ini mau diapain Lazy? Nggak tahu juga bang.
Right away.
Nggak tahu mau diapain. Gue nggak perhatiin. Gue lagi nonton Reels tadi.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
Semangat kata gue nggak jadi. Baru ngabisin 400 resin udah capek, malas.
Okay.
Talentnya kagak ada, supportnya nggak di build. Ya minimal naikin trash lah, apalah kagak dinaikin cok trashnya cok.
There are some books here and a few files. Advanced nursing. How to be sure some interesting. She even
Alunya nggak niat main anjir.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one, Lynette.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up, which means
simply overreact. And then Mark Ruffalo said, I'm not getting that tattoo. Which does rub it down to.
Gak gua gacha kemarin.
it doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, could Lynette have tried to get inside? Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't
Habis dimakan.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
Nggak bagus Sudi. LCD PS lu aja kagak ada cok.
It reads, out of respect for your usual practices,
This is
Kagak gacha nggak. Minimal ada LCD PS lah, apa kek, kagak ada LCD PS-nya. LCD-nya bintang 4 semua, nggak ada signatur sama sekali.
Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have? Is she already?
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds, could Writhsley have let him
Si
go
doi,
as well?
reels doang anjir. Nonton reels dibagi-bagi.
So he's
Iya, W900 server Taiwan HK.
He's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Linny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Writhsley.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door. After him.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh? Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone, please help!
Ini baru masih cemilian. Gimana tesmu? Tes gue kan Merdeka Belajar, kebanyakan praktek, kebanyakan apa? Kebanyakan apa istilahnya? Kebanyakan bukan praktek sih. Apa ya? Bikin project, kebanyakan bikin project.
I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trapped. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Langsung kayak project, contoh kayak bahasa Inggris. Ya udah projectnya kayak bikin video conversation bahasa Inggris. Apalagi kebanyakan tugas sih. Kalau kayak matematika, kalkulus tugas. Kecuali yang kayak jurusan gua kan RPL. Ya udah dibikin kasus RPL-nya apa tergantung. Merdeka Belajar emang gitu coy, kampus Merdeka Belajar. Skripsi aja nggak ada di kampus Merdeka Belajar. Kampus Merdeka Belajar nggak harus pakai skripsi kalau mau lulus. Yes, project.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around. Where did you take my...
I have also... Maybe she'll appear behind...
Pakai project kan ada pakai otak anjing.
As for Fremine,
There was no need to do...
you removed our original...
Nih kalau magang juga tiga opsi. Magang kan dihitung juga. Kalau diterima magang.
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Eager and to the point, I see. Although as...
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my
HSR
own
tiap hari lah.
to negotiating. Besides, I do recall...
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happen to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her.
Was this the
You people really are. Mr. Linney.
Linny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective? I gave you a warning, Mr. Fremine. 6,
Wait,
2, time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Furina manusia biasa bang.
Broken down.
Arkon saat ini.
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Nervalette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set. Then how about this? Those who are capable I'll ask you 3 questions. Question 1.
Request apa sih regarding hidden rule? Production. Furina tuh klonnya Vocaloros. Hah? Otaknya dongo. Dongo.
We often see Miss Sijwin observing the prisoners at work. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. The research notes said that
Tak percaya kamu lagi.
So that's what's going. The hidden rule of the production zone. People, at first we thought that she often visits the product out of her sense of duty. Sijwin has unfortunately, Melazines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijwin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
What happened if violate ya satu doang pilihannya anjing. Goblok.
according to Collins, the
Lah,
Fonta's internal report.
yalah. Gua nggak perlu baca. Fonta promoter. Mana fonta promoter ya? Ini apa? Oh, ini fonta promoter. Today.
People get scared, but really, a blood. The company facing backlash from its own staff. They came to the Duke, no one
Agak, nggak jadi, berhenti. Proyeknya udah batal.
Your description that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my. All right. And here's the
Apaan
final
anjir?
question.
Pela nggak dibuild.
What's the secret behind our head
Pela
nurse?
nggak dibuild. Tingyun nggak dibuild. Apalagi ya? Tingyun nggak dibul, bukan Tingyun. Apa sih? Yang pakai panah imaginary.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley. You know that we haven't finished our investigation.
Udah.
So there's no way we can answer the last
Lu bisa hapus sendiri, Cok.
The thought of
Lu hapus
sparing
sendiri lah.
you
Yukong ya, Yukong.
Lenny, are you alright?
Whoa.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sejuin, though this gun may look like a...
Wayne.
Kalau di gua udah gua hapus, tapi lu hapus juga. Lu hapus juga historinya.
Not at all.
Jadi lu hapus sih, gua biarin aja sih. Lu hapus aja historinya. Di gua masih kepake sih.
I really am just doing what His Grace knows it. Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about?
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving. I'll go get a cup of tea.
What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarand. My door.
Wah, tante 46D. Us neraka. Keluar kan, karakter baru ada kan?
What is Clarand doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face. Please, make some space.
I'll talk to Clarand.
I wait just like today.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caught. Of course. Sorry.
Why would he?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap.
Iyain aja, iya. Gua mah iya aja.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Upside down.
Mrs. Meyer, how's the situation up?
The water has changed. I was only out there a short time.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end.
Closer than I thought.
You say you morning
Well, I
when
did
you
try to
wake
convince him.
up.
It would probably work on the...
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink...
Fine, I'd like to get...
Might as well then.
Linny, are you okay? Are you sure?
My hands and...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Fremine?
Your picture in my... Malah pindah komen. Just trying to keep you up my mind. You say the morning.
His breathing's
Gak
beginning to slow
kelihatan
down.
di PC.
Give me a hand and help me.
Yeah, I'll take him.
PC gak kelihatan.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him.
Gak tau tampilan di HP gimana. Yo.
The Duke and Clarand are gone. They probably went to get some...
Lower. She's so bad to me, she's so bad, I miss you so bad. When you wake up, I'll be out of my head. to your sunset. Heart, it's so jet lag. It's so jet lag.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Let's get out.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Apa ini? Elegan apa ini? Ini elegan apa? Kayu. Mana nih, Cok? Gak ada mapnya. Let's see if I gotta play try to win it on the ball.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
And I'm so down. Sebab kau terlalu indah dari lazy gerit. Ya. Kok gitu maksud? Make you feel better. Oh, oke, ngerti. I'm into you. Dia terjun bebas dia anjing. Sa. Ya
Where
mother.
the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Bahkan kayaknya sih ini udah dikasih cok, udah dipakai, ada skillnya, masa masih ditanya bakalan playable atau enggak.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Kok darahnya mati habis.
I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on.
No. please go on without me?
Money.
The logical part of
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The traveler.
Thank you.
Tolong aku maksudnya dari kemarin nonton tolong. Agak coy ini junior di kampus, teman-teman kampus gue lagi belajar HTML. Pada bertanya ngetek gue anjir.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Claire.
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind,
All right. Thank you.
well, want to...
Of course. Where should I be? No.
You managed.
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremonet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremonet was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that's not some... All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremonet.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of
Just
questions that
do
used to
all
ask.
these
Time that you
things
answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case.
like we used
Do you really want
to.
to know the...
Yeah, Paimon.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
Yang punya gue cok, gue kan perokok. Ying, mamang racing.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Rise.
It seems you forgot.
Will you be the savior of the broken?
Stand on the central...
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
900 bukan 9.000. See dari tadi 900. Waduh, what the fuck? Wait, TWHK.
The Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
TWHK.
What a huge door!
There are 3. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and...
Well,
Kan itu servernya anjir, TWHK sama apa lagi ya? TW/HK/ apa lagi? CN kalau nggak salah.
so there's a switch up.
Stand back.
Whoa, they all just went up one by
Go on.
Wake coffee, what the fuck? Saka waka waka server. Anjir.
I've been interested in what lies beyond
There's
that gate
nothing
ever since I
for
assumed
me.
leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it. But it'd also be risky and negligent to assume the readings on that dashboard had not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on it. Normally, I would have ignored it. But I happened to have some free time when I noticed it. Very reasonable guesses. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude.
Concentrate.
And that is precisely the problem. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Oh. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly. The indicators are... If this continues... Yeah, you know...
That's just too weird.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part... It's just that the secret... There's no single... When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all criminals received... Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon... And so, as the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger.
I'm
Before
just a
long,
man.
this dark
I'm not the
underwater
hero.
fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom But as time went on, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results
Oh,
from our
jadi lapar lagi gua, Cok. Udah jam 11 lagi.
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single...
I'm skeptical as
The results speak.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions?
This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin? Good. Edwin's main area.
Lagi makan gua lagi sama. Pagi gua juga biasa makan. Kalau bangun cepat, pesan ketoprak gua.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine.
Makan apa ya jam 11 ya di sini? Udah nggak ada anjir.
See, everyone keeps asking this question.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez. Forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Ketoprak 2 biji. Ketoprak 2 biji.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Cing ada ketoprak, Cok.
Listen up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never.
How much do you... Well, then maybe, according to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him, and he called his nation
There's a ship.
Where there's water, there'll be...
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. The moment I began to...
Were you inspired by the legend?
Maybe. Fontaine were the workers to find... As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
yeah. We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
Take down mistakes, let you down.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, traveler,
Angan, oke.
were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah. Nobody else is
Something
all right.
break it
Then I'll
out.
posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is...
Ooh.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of... I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex. As long as the... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's...
You're super...
If Risley... I don't have an...
The sea.
Could Risley have, if you remember?
Or perhaps he didn't know.
Yeah, the two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share.
You have my.
Thank you for
Sana makanan yang sulit dicari.
Why are you being so formal
Apa ya?
all of a sudden?
Makanan Jawa yang sulit dicari.
given your strength.
Kalau di tempat gua ya nasi uduk. Belum ada nasi uduk yang enak. Kalau di Makassar banyak. Tapi di tempat gua nggak ada nasi uduk. Nasi uduk yang enak. Yang benar-benar kayak nasi uduk. Kan nasi uduk kan sekarang banyak oplosannya, Cok.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijween?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too.
No problem.
Gak, beda lah. Lu coba masuk nasi uduk seperti ekspektasi lu yang kayak nasi uduk yang kayak di Jawa, tiba-tiba makan nasi uduk yang kayak gini di luar ekspektasi, nggak sesuai ekspektasi, kecewa lah.
How's the delicious? Sijween, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand?
Bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're
Welcome to
thinking if I
the
want to
new
take good care of you.
detection.
You're
I got
really
the
good at
alienation.
Even though you're so
Okay.
Thankfully, Cloran is very
Better things
strong
than
and
you
may
got
follow
tomorrow.
Pablo's
But
block, but
how
still
to
stay
watch
sharp
must
and
follow.
It's just what we do. Get a good night's rest, you two. You
Nama nasi uduk bikin orang Jawa. Kalau contoh Makassar udah pastilah yang bikin orang Makassar ya. Nggak mungkin nggak ada. Gua nggak pernah nemu orang jual coto Makassar yang jual bukan orang Makassar. Masak lah. Kok mau masak aja nanya. Muhammad publik.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Anjing belum kelar-kelar ini quest, Cok. Pecel banyak.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea. Something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling?
Makanan masak banyak. Coto, sop saudara, konro. Lu cari dah.
Everyone running around. Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! There you are!
Soto darat. Coto darat. Coto, pakai C.
We came here, respect. My Faroon was saying. Wait, what? You're the one.
Coto Makassar.
Okay, whatever.
Sop saudara.
You should come with us.
Sop saudara. Sop saudara, konro. Apa lagi ya? Pisang hijau.
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey!
Banyak lah.
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Salah.
They're here.
Just like I said. You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Wih, Rio tele. Bakso ada. Adalah bakso.
Three, two, one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Sana apa ya? Aku TikTok gue like.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Malam ini bubur kubuk. Makan malam bubur dong.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained this should be a...
Give me the ball back. Stop using that young back. No, I just feel like you could use some of the attention you got. Keeping me a little out of your... Just $100 you gave me. Obviously, you're an amazing person. You have a lot of passion. It's you over basketball. Let's not do this. It's like you're running.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and...
It is my pleasure to make your...
Is that guy just a random fan?
I've already prepared seats.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices.
No offense. That's 2? 3?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
Kurang besar bang lu nonton.
That's good to hear. So
Masuk ke suaranya.
was on the mark after all. You do. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You.
Since...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furry. Against ordinary
enggak,
people, my
kira.
colleague would never be on the back foot.
Reels doang. Reels di FB.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because...
And
Reels anjir, Reels. Telinga. Orang bilang kondro, dibilangin kondom.
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Reels di FB, astagfirullah. Telinga.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya.
Mana ada? Telingamu sudah terlalu tua.
all letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long... Hold on.
I suppose this is also a sign of things. Have we entered into the...
Gak usah cari pembelaan Sultan, udah akuin saja. Gak mungkin suara gua, mic gua udah bagus, mic baru. Pronounce gua didengar dengan indah. Kayaknya memang telinga Anda.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure. Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Pakai supremasi. Hold my hand.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury
Aku cerot.
would
What
unleash
the fuck?
endless catastrophe. The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Suatu malam dia tersebut sedang melihat TV. Kucing ini
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess.
Oh ya bikin karakter terlalu OP emang cok.
Indeed. But only for now.
Ya kayak Yelan wajar lah ya C6 OP wajar. Ya ini C1 aja udah OP anjir, C0 aja udah OP.
It was indeed just as you said.
Apalagi C6-nya.
Made a bet.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how...
Shouldn't you have gotten used to...
So what gift must the loser give?
He already has...
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack...
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was
Kayak pengen pergi beli cemilan gua.
of a place like
That was obvious. Anyway, you've still got some...
No need to stay here if you have...
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Furina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression...
What are you trying to...
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak yet. Here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating the prophecies hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. But you...
You're wrong.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fun... Oh, great...
I have my ways. And I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Then I ask you, Miss Furina...
My machination.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prime mortal. Allow me to be so bold as to ask...
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina,
Do.
the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over...
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not...
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must... Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help. that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the UDES. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Though you too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up.
Ah.
That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality.
You're welcome. It is getting late. Why don't we call it?
Sebenarnya di sini kalau gue bilang Fatui kayaknya nggak bersalah deh. Yang bersalah itu ya itu makhluk-makhluk dari Kaenria kayak si Abyss. Ini pengadilan ya? Mirip-mirip teater anjir.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the... That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal... I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get...
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what... You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was to...
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Forget it. He did. I will be
Awal-awal doang.
Require help with any preparations.
No need. I will take care of it myself.
Ditatang ditemenin, Wanderer ditemenin.
Need to meet with Furina.
Oh, come over here, you dare to run from me?
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a...
Who are you? And what are you trying to do?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So, I left the scene with ease. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. There's no doubt that there's something wrong.
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the fortress of Mer.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse. Set up a meeting for me. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but the initiative belongs. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftop.
Ya sepatu buat dia lah. Nah,
Even Furina herself.
kagak. Lu kayak ini loh, kayak apa ya?
Tea with Furina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Udex Nouvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now that I am a servant.
Ada kan itu yang kayak mama tapi berperan jadi kayak bapak, makanya dipanggil bapak.
Ultimately though, one, you don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly.
Biasa dipanggil bapak kan? Ya mungkin dianya kayak gitu.
Is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected.
Yes, Mo. Tapi ada tete, Cok. Tapi dipanggil father tapi ada tete. Gimana ceritanya? Ya mungkin figur bapak-bapak, makanya dipanggil.
Then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify. I believe so. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh?
You may be closer.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
Dragon Sovereign.
What? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
We were just guessing.
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep it.
Right, of course. There's still some.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the—
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived,
There are 7—
the dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, in any case, I believe I will not give in the status quo, however. I would recommend finding another way.
Oh, so even you—
I still have some urgent matters to attend to.
Please go right ahead. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Masih kosnya? Anjing jauh banget. Belum. Ngantuk gue ya. Udah. Beli cemilan, Cok. Udah mau jam 12 anjir. AFK dulu gua.
Now guess, what
Nanti.
suit will this next card be?
A bare teeth cat?
AFK beli 9.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're
Nah,
recovering
bye-bye.
nicely from an egg.
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand.
Oh.
And also that she's
Ya, lagi
looking
AFK.
for...
Yoi,
Attitude
beli
towards
cemilan dulu,
you is
Bray.
even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You
Gila,
should
Pak,
believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
I'm back.
You guys are back?
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Ah, and here I...
All right.
Hey, it wasn't just...
I was also transferred whenever he'd say...
Hey, there's nothing wrong with...
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and
Double
friendlier
gorengan.
than when I first met them.
Oh, well, if you say
Gorengan
so.
doang.
I'll be
Males
watching
pergi
you to make
jauh-jauh.
sure you finish every...
Olin doang sama tahu isi.
Seedwing! Traveler, Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt? We're fine. A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervoulet paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Oh, of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided.
How did Nervalet know that he was needed? I'm sure Nervalet has strong resonance with the hydro element. I ran into the bombshell. If you're not too pressed for time, just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish. I'd like to take the opportunity to...
Beli berapa ribu? 6. Dikit aja. 6.000. Orang tuh cuma sendiri. Olehnya sih enak ya, masih hangat. Tahu isinya yang kagak anjir. Udah keras, Cok.
Courier?
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for...
Hello there.
Udah ada tengah malam gini pasti paling udah berhenti masak mereka.
And you? Are you still taking this?
Yep.
It can be.
I mean, the...
Oh, yeah?
You two really are not at all.
Beli gorengan doang. Ngolen 4, tahu isi 4. Bukan 6.000 dong, 8.000. Gue beli 8.000.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still all right?
We're fine for the most part. Nervalet came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine. He came here in a hurry and left.
He sure sounds...
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sijuin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Nervalet got the milkshake. Clorand received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Nervalet's
Nih,
own
gas,
for
ambil.
making Sijuin
Tangkap.
worried about his
Hap.
health by working
Udah.
so much. Oh, and
Tangkap.
I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sijuin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
you may access the cafeteria. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once.
Ini kita main sampai subuh ya. Sampai subuh kuat kalian. Kan besok libur. Gue udah beli cemilan loh.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Lemah. Malah libur. Lu kerja anjing.
But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so...
HSR dong. Kan farming kita. Habis farming. Paling ya kerja achievement lah. Banyak achievement gue belum kerjain.
Aren't you the only adventurer here? Then let's ask Catherine. Here's our thoughts making Paimon giddy. The last time we fell asleep, we should be
Ih,
safe
hari Sabtu kerja. Gaji UMR.
Good night to you, traveler.
Akan jadi paus. Oh, bukannya dia sabet-sabet paus, Cok. Gue liat ada orang share dia nyabet-nyabet paus. Ini berapa X5 ya? Berarti ini terakhir. Ya kah? Ntar gua ngambil tisu. Berminyak tangan gua. Aduh, ambil tisu lupa ambil air lagi.
Thank you for
Farming inian. Relik. Sultan. Gorengan beli 50 biji, kenapa masak 8 aja? Maksud? Keren, Cok. Mana tadi? Crit rate 13%, Cok. Bang dicari makun. Nah hihi anjing. Nah hihi kontol. Nih. Lihat nih. Dapat IR, dapat IM. Nah higa. Nah hihi bangsat. Apaan nobet? Wah, ininya belum gua upload sih. Ininya belum ternyata, gue lupa. Kemarin kan kita kehabisan bahan. Ini kan lumayan nih, crit damage, crit rate, HP. Keren, Cok, buat furina, crit rate, energi recharge, IM. Gacha howo gua? Enggak gua. Skip gua gua tim skip 1,5. Full skip 1,5. Chronometer terlalu menggoda. HP, oke. Mantap. Anjing attack flat. Perasaan gua nggak enak anjing. Dan gue gak enak, Cok, ada tag flat. Oke, HP lagi. Oke. Masih diterima. Ya, habis. Yang jelas flat, tapi kan nggak naik devnya nggak naik. Aman lah. Yang naik crit rate IR 1 kali, IM 1 kali. Sisanya crit CR. Aman lah. Another stranger is not safe to serve. I guess I'll go. I'll just be on my way out. It's not I beg you sir, I got Salgo. I bet you all my way. I'm ignorance and sharing your best friend. Bikin hilang estetik. Gila kan runway? Break efisiensi, nambahin speed, nambahin attack, apalagi ya? Ultinya selain break efisiensi apa ya? Gue lupa anjir. Defense. Tambah hot, betul. Pegangnya gitar Espanyola sesuai body. Ya kan? Kurang apa anjir?
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Ya, ultinya enggak akan naik. Kurang enggaknya. Gue mau tunggu cosplayer bertindak. Gue mau lihat cosplayer bertindak. Bagus gak ya runway-nya dia ya? Itu baru mami, cok. Runway itu baru mami. Pak Kafka Jingliu, nenek. Runway itu mami. Body milf sesungguhnya. Ente gak suka macam-macam, jir. Hit. Ya attack. Hit. Ya attack. But you just treat me bad. Another stranger is not take you so. I got Salgo. I bet you on my way. I'm ignorant since you're your best friend. Makanya nabung. Dendro. DVI char. Attack crit rate. Aduh. HP lah. Untuk HP. Kata apa? Runway kan? Oh, ini si kakek-kakek Sovereign. Please be humble. Dia aja bilang please be humble. OP gimana pun humble aja. Nggak usah neko-neko. Gue di Argenti berharap dapat hanya. Mudah-mudahan di Argenti dapat hanya. Sekalian nabung PT. Nopal, Sinkyu, Yelan, bisa gila. Terus musuhnya slime hydro. Gila, pusing kau. Kalau gacha pasti live lah, buat hiburan kalian. Kalian kan terhibur melihat orang rungkat. Kalian terhibur, saya dapat pahala. Gue lihat dulu LCB runway bagus atau enggak. Kalau enggak terlalu bagus, skip gue LC-nya. Kak, beli subscribe TikTok lah biar masuk klan badut, anjir. Kalian nggak masuk klan badut kok gitu kalian. Udah gua murahin padahal. Udah murah anjir 49.000. Ya dapat pahala lah buat kalian tertawa dengan kerengkatan itu. Simpan. Akhirnya dapat satu bagus. Ya itu juga ada kelas-kelasnya kan, 10.000 dapatnya ini. Kalau beli yang ini dapatnya sekian, benefitnya ini, benefitnya ini. Kan gitu. Crit damage. Oh enggak lah. Ya habis. Pokoknya paket paling mahal itu lu bisa bikin bling-bling di chat lu. Ya TikTok nggak guna sih. Gak usah liat TikTok, YouTube aja ntar cok. Ntar gue cari cara gimana caranya kita bisa aktifin YouTube Super. Aduh, ampas. Oh kirain udah moment of truth, belum pernah. Moment of truth, naiknya. Damage. Naik crit damage. Naik crit damage. Ada devnya, ngeri gua sekarang ngeliat dev, cok. Gua gak trauma lihat dev. Ada devnya lagi. Pensi AOF dia pensi. Dari awal pensi AOF ya. Gue liat postingan TikToknya, titinya. Ada pensi AOF. Iya, pensi. Hah, mental gua kering. Maksudnya apa anjir? Mental anjing naik attack flag. Oh, main AOL. Goblok. Goblok. Kagak di. Apa ini? Sampah masyarakat anjir. Ini kita streaming ulang kali ya buat HSR. Streaming ulang ya gua. Oke, tunggu 5 menit.